Title: Am I the a-hole for telling my husband I don't care that his mom cried or that it upset him? Story: My mother-in-law is married to a man who once texted his teenage granddaughter asking for sexy pictures. She briefly left him but later got back together, claiming he was on drugs, is sober now, and treats her well. Most of her kids cut contact, especially the child's father. I refuse to allow this man around my child. My mother-in-law has been trying to bring him into our lives. I stayed polite before, but after she said everyone needs to get over it and tried to guilt us into skipping family holidays, I finally set a hard boundary. He is not allowed in my home. My husband told her and she cried, called me two-faced, and made excuses for her husband. This upset my husband. I told my husband I don't care that she cried. I care about my child's safety more than mother-in-law's feelings. He says I lack empathy, that his mom deserves happiness and not to die alone. I say she chose a predator over her family and I will not bend. He's now giving me an ultimatum. Therapy or divorce. Am I the a-hole for having no sympathy for my mother-in-law or my husband over this boundary? But let's discuss this. Wow. Okay, that is a heavy one.
It's really heavy. And that ultimatum at the end it really escalates things.
It really does. I mean, where do we even begin to unpack this?
Yeah.
It's not just about a family argument.
No, not at all. I think you have to start with the mother-in-law's manipulation. It's textbook.
The manipulation, you mean her crying and saying she doesn't want to die alone?
Exactly that. She's defending a man who did something inexcusable, and when she gets called on it, she makes herself the victim.
It's a tactic.
It's a classic tactic. It's often called FOG, which stands for fear, obligation, and guilt. She's using her son's guilt and sense of obligation to make him feel bad for his wife's, very reasonable boundary.
And it seems to be working because the husband is completely stuck in that fog.
Oh, absolutely. He's paralyzed. He's caught between his mother's manufactured sadness and the actual real-world safety of his own child.
And what's wild is that he sees his wife, the OP, as the problem.
Well, of course he does, because she's the one holding the line. She's the source of his discomfort.
Right. Not the predator his mom married or his mom's choices.
Precisely. If the OP just gives in, then his conflict goes away. So he issues an ultimatum, therapy or divorce, to try and force her to change.
It's basically an attempt to negotiate his child's safety.
And that's what makes this so shocking. He's putting his own emotional comfort over the non-negotiable safety of a minor.
Yeah.
And I think that's the real takeaway for anyone listening. When a family member tries to use a guilt trip, phrases like, she deserves to be happy, to excuse a clear and present danger.
They're showing you where their loyalties are.
They've already made their choice. The mother-in-law chose the predator over her family. The OP recognized that, and she understood that at that point, all negotiation is off the table.
She had to stand her ground. There was no other choice.
No other responsible choice, no.
My take is that the key issue is the absolute safety of the child versus enabling severe boundary violations. Based on that, I think the OP was not in wrong, because protecting a child from an admitted predator is a non-negotiable boundary, and the mother-in-law's feelings or the husband's conflict do not supersede that duty.
But what do you think? Was the OP in the wrong? Let us know your judgment in the comments below.
And make sure you like and subscribe to Clear Cut Narratives for more deep dives like this.